Hi, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Kirt Jacobs. I'm here at Bourbon and Beyond, and I'm here with the one and only Michael Cleveland. He is a bluegrass fiddle player, and I wanted to ask you, what is it like so far being at Bourbon and Beyond?
This is great. You know, we play a lot of festivals across the country, and a lot of them are just bluegrass festivals.
Okay.
And that's what we played a lot of, but our goal has been in the last couple of years to really try to bring bluegrass to new audiences, and we have been able to do that with. We got to play Forecastle this year, and
oh wow, that's awesome!
Oh, it was a blast. And then back in March, we got to do a Pops concert with the Louisville Orchestra, and to be here and to just see this event is just incredible.
So how young were you when you realized you had a love for the fiddle?
Well, I was about 4 years old.
Wow.
My grandparents, none of my family ever played, but my grandparents loved bluegrass music so much they started a bluegrass association in Henryville, Indiana, which is just across the river here. And they started it a couple of years or so before I was born, and then from the time I was about 6 months old, they started taking me to these shows.
Really?
And so I can't remember not being around bluegrass. But when I was 4, I heard a local fiddle player play the Orange Blossom Special.
Really?
And that just, from that moment on, I knew I had to learn how to play, you know, if only to play that one song.
So was it like putting on a shoe that's real comfortable? Did it feel good the first time you picked one up, or did it take some work? Or
that's the thing. You know, a lot of people think that you just, oh man, he's so talented, he just picked it up and started playing. But it's not like that. I mean, you do have to have some ability for sure. But man, it was probably a year and a half before I could play anything.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, you know, my parents included, kind of wondered if I ever would play. But, I mean, it just, when you want to do something, you know, whatever it is, when you want to do something bad enough that you're just consumed with it, you know, and that becomes your whole life. You'll figure out how to do it.
Well, that leads into our next question. What drives you to excel in your area of expertise? I mean, not many people can play the fiddle at the level you can.
Well, I love the music. You know, even when I'm not touring with my band Flamekeeper, I'm playing music somewhere. I'm either teaching, recording, or playing shows. But I mean, even if it wasn't for all that, you know, if there was no money involved or whatever, I just love to play. It's my whole life.
So I'm really curious about your answer to this next question, Michael. And we've asked a lot of our guests this question.
Yeah.
What is the best piece of advice ever given to you? It can be professional, personal, it could be musical.
You know, the thing that comes to mind, and it's kind of an oddball thing, you know, but when I in music and as pretty much any area, you know, you have influences and you have people that you look up to as kind of role models and heroes, you know. And I remember when I got out of high school, as soon as I got out of high school, I went out on the road, and I played with Dale Ann Bradley for about 6 months, and then I went out on the road with Rhonda Vincent and her band, The Rage, and we were backstage at the Grand Ole Opry one time, and I had gotten to know one of my fiddle heroes, Bobby Hicks. And Bobby played the fiddle for many, many years with Ricky Skies, the big country star. So Bobby and I had gotten to know each other, and we were backstage just playing some fiddles, you know, just jamming a little bit, and it was just me and him in the dressing room. And I was young, man. I had no idea.
So how old were you roughly?
I was probably 20 years old, something like that. And he waited till there was nobody else around, and he said, "Man, I want to talk to you about something." I said, "Really? What's up?" And he said, somebody told me that they heard you talking and that you had a really dirty mouth, and that you cussed a lot, which I've been known to, and the thing he said, I like to cut up, and I like to joke around, and I like to cuss, and all that was the best of it, but, the difference is I can see who's around, and you can't.
Yeah.
And the thing that really moved me because, music's just like anything else. It's a competitive industry. It's a family thing, for sure. You
Right.
get to know a lot of people and you're friends with all of them. But, he could have not said anything.
Sure.
It just let me, keep running my mouth, doing whatever I was doing. But the fact that one of my heroes took the time to give me that little bit of advice and, where it was me and him and nobody else, that just meant the world to me.
Yeah, well, I appreciate you sharing that short story. It's very nice of you to do that.
Oh, man.
So this next question, this is a bit of a foodie event as well as spirits, let's put it that way, in terms of being called Bourbon and Beyond.
Oh,
so if you could have dinner with anyone, living or deceased, who would it be and why, Michael? It can be more than one person. It can be a buffet. It can be a sit-down dinner.
Man, if I had to think, somebody like Eric Clapton.
Good choice.
Or Vince Gill, which I've got to do some things with Vince.
Have you? That's great.
Yeah, and he's such a great guy.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Either one of those, just to kind of pick their brain and just kind of learn, like somebody who's been doing it for that long, and with such a career, spanning all kinds of different styles of music. I think that would be my two choices.
So would this be a dinner with all of them at the same table, or would it be separate dinners?
I don't know. Could be. Yeah, it'd be neat to hear Vince and Eric talk.
Sure,
for sure.
I'd like to be a fly on the wall for that one.
That's what I like. When you can sit back and listen to people who have been in the industry.
Okay.
Tell road stories.
Sure.
And just sit back for all that. I love that. It's part of the history of the music.
Sure. So, Michael, I know you don't do all this alone. It takes a village, as they say, of a lot of guys behind you. I want to have the Flamekeepers walk in here behind us, and maybe you could introduce them by name. That'd be great.
I'm so proud of these guys.
Thanks.
For many years. Our guitar player and lead singer is Josh Richards.
That's great. Thanks.
And our mandolin player is Nathan Livers.
Hey, Nathan.
Our bass player is Tyler Griffin.
Awesome.
Our banjo player is Josiah Scruggs.
There you go. Now, this next question we've asked all of our guests, 250 plus that we've had over the years. So I'm very curious to see what you say to this signature question to our program.
All right.
God forbid, Michael, today's your last day on earth. You walk out of Bourbon and Beyond, and something tragic happens, and you're no longer able to perform with the fiddle and be with your family and friends and colleagues. How do you want to be remembered?
I want to be remembered as somebody who played music to the best of their ability and was a pretty nice guy and had fun doing it. That's the main thing, is that music is supposed to be fun.
Sure.
And my family, like my parents, they never did the thing where they pushed me to play. Like I see all these parents, and they got a kid with a little bit of talent, and the parent just becomes a stage manager, and it's just sickening to watch. But my folks always told me, you need to have fun. If you get burned out on this music thing, you need to do what you're passionate about, man, I like to play good music and I like to have fun. So I hope that's how people would remember.
Well, I hope so too, Michael. You know, I'm honored and humbled that you came on our program.
Oh,
Thank you so much, Michael.
Thank you so much.
I really
for
appreciate
having
it.
us.
Enjoy the rest of your visit here at Bourbon and Beyond.
Oh, we'll do.
Okay?
We'll do.
I'm Kirt Jacobs here at Bourbon and Beyond, and we'll have more after this.